Welcome to Golden Mastermind Seminars Radio with your host, Jeffrey Combs.
Good afternoon, Jeffrey Combs. Good to be with you on the Golden Mastermind Seminars GMS Podcast. Good to be here with you. I'm going to be doing less and less Facebook Lives. I'm going to be moving lives over to Instagram, where there is a better algorithm and a lot more people show up for my content. If you've experienced what I've experienced, and you know what I'm experiencing. So good to be here with you on Tuesday afternoon, the GMS Podcast, which has its origins going all the way back to the year 1999. I started my first conference call at 5 o'clock Eastern Standard Time on a Tuesday at 5 o'clock. It was called, at the time, it was called the Golden Mastermind Mindset Call. And then eventually I turned it into the More Heart Than Talent Mindset Call, and it grew into numbers that were amazing. As many as 300 to 500 people routinely on a Tuesday evening at 10:30 Eastern Standard Time, with many, many shares and much replay. Becky Dixon Beasley, good to see you this afternoon. An honor to be here with you. It is the Tuesday afternoon GMS Podcast. If you were watching, Tomas, good to see you. Happy holidays to everyone. We're going to cover today letting go of doubt. If you already do not follow me on Instagram, go over there and follow me on Instagram, Becky, if you haven't already. I'm going to be doing a lot more of my podcast and my lives on Instagram as I get a much better following there. So those of you who have used Facebook for many, many years like I have, going back to 2009, you have watched what has happened in the last few years. Instagram is still rocking, and I'm going to be over there more frequently. So good to be here with you. Jeffery Combs, president and founder of Golden Mastermind Seminars Incorporated. Going to cover a really awesome topic that affects all of us. If you're on my email list, if you're my coaching client, you're definitely on my email list, because you did receive the downloads and the receipt that I sent you once you hired me to be your coach. So every Monday, my assistant Emily sends this out, and it's the syllabus for the Tuesday More Heart Than Talent podcast right here. So I'm going to cover this for you today on what letting go of doubt means. Now here's a book for all of you. It's a very complex book. It's very small. It's by David Hawkins. Tomas, you may or not may have this. It's called The Ego Is Not the Real You. So this book, it's very deep. It took me a couple of years to really break through the reading of it, and it is very deep. And he breaks down in that book, the ego is not the real you. The ego, E-G-O, edging God out. I mean, that's the acronym. But the ego in context for what we are applying is doubt. So if you live in doubt frequently, that's the right, wrong, good, bad, black, white duality that most of the planet lives in, then it's time for you to start to practice the mastery of letting go of the anxiety, the fear, the doubt that you hold on to that keeps you in a mixed message. Doubt keeps you uncertain, it keeps you overwhelmed, it keeps you procrastinating, it keeps you avoiding, and it keeps you avoiding whatever that avoid is, avoiding failure, avoiding love, avoiding success, because letting go of doubt would be a new responsibility. You have to be responsible for your sobriety, your recovery, your success, your intimacy, your ability to connect with someone else. And what many people do is they avoid the very situation they tell themselves they want to create because of their anxiety about creating it. And that's the emotional contradiction that most of the planet lives in. You're not crazy. You're not a freak. This is what people do. They get ready to get ready. They prepare and not execute. They're not certain if they can pull it off. They live in an overwhelmed state of consciousness, conscious unconsciousness, perpetuating the same set of feelings, and that leads to procrastination, which ultimately leads to the emotion of shame. So when you make mistakes and personalize it, that's about you. When other people criticize you and try and control you, that's their guilt. They're using guilt to try and control you. It's also called gaslighting. And that also can create doubt. A major asset or a major component of doubt is criticism, either outside criticism or self. So if you're highly critical of yourself, it will keep you in doubt, it will keep you safe, and it will keep you disappointed. And this is called the payoff. Now, Tomas saw me live. For those of you who have not followed me for years, For the first 21 plus years of my career, I spoke every Friday or Saturday or a combination of Friday and Saturday. And routinely, I would speak anywhere between 50 to 60 times a year. And that would be primarily traveling America. I spoke in 4 continents, and I also spoke in 47 states. So I traveled virtually the globe speaking for 21 years of my career. I spoke over 1,042 times. And in all of these workshops and seminars and live events, I've covered letting go, the separation between the feelings and the events that shape them. Letting go is the most important skill that you will master, and your emotional state, as you're learning to let go, you'll feel it. You'll feel the amazement that you have in your body by learning to let go, because your energy changes. You're not as angry. You're not as much fight or flight. You're not worried about the outcome as frequently. You're in a different level of peace. You're in your body. You're in the flow. You're here and you're now, and you're not as overwhelmed. And you're able to be and stay in a relaxed state of consciousness in the present. And that is called present moment awareness. And the present is where you can access what's called the eye of the needle. It means that your clarity, your vision, your ability to articulate, and most importantly, your ability to manifest. Just in the last 24 hours, I manifest 2 brand new coaching clients. I mean, that is why I'm in business. That is to be able to offer service and value and then receive the compensation. I mean, that's what any business operates on, is products, services, benefits, and features. And I just received 2 promotions from a company that I'll show you what I received in the mail. This is a very effective campaign. It's a Black Friday campaign. I received 2 of these. I can actually buy 10 of these for the price of 2. And this is a product I use. I'm on their mailing list, and this is instant gratification. The QR code, I'm definitely going to buy this. I don't have any doubt. The minute I finish this in an Instagram video, I'm going to go right here and purchase like this. I mean, that's what you want to see happen if you own a business or if you're in life, that you see a value proposition and you access it and you receive it instead of doubting it. Now, many people would just do this. They would just throw it away. They just tear it up and throw it away, which I've done that a few thousand times myself. But because I'm a brand partner and I just understand the expense it would have cost to actually put this together and then do a bulk mail, I mean, per 1,000, if you did 1,000 of these, it would be around $500 per 1,000. I used to own a postcard company, and that's a very effective situation right there. And when you're not in any doubt, you're present. And when you're present, you're not worried about money. Now, if you get this and go, oh my God, I'm not sure if I can afford this, you're correct, you can't. Because you already spoke into existence the reality to fulfill the feelings that you hold on to. Or if you buy it because it's a shiny object and you want instant gratification, then that's another addiction. But if you buy it because of the value proposition, this is absolutely, I'm going to promote this product. This is a beef tallow product right there. It's a little yellow, like it's a little Jello face cream, and it's about $40. I believe it is $40 per one. And then routinely you can buy 2 for 1 on Amazon. But with this value right now, you can buy 5 for 1 for $40. I'm definitely buying 10 of them, and I'm not overthinking that. Good afternoon, Aaron. Good to be here with you. It's a unique marketing proposition. I don't have any doubts about it. And when you don't have any doubt, you're in faith. And when you're in faith, you're in the quantum field because you're in the energy of God. You're in the light. And so when you're in doubt, you're in the darkness. And doubtness keeps you small. It keeps you perpetuating the same circumstances over and over to fulfill the same set of feelings, which is the neurochemical craving that will keep you emotionally addicted to anxiety, fear, and doubt, driven by the emotions of anger, hate, resentment, guilt, shame, abandonment, rejection, overwhelmed feelings, grief, apathy, and pride. And so when you hold on to any one of these feelings, then it becomes a conditioned behavior, and you become automatically, autonomically addicted to a feeling. It creates a stimulus react situation, and it creates a neurological loop, and a neurochemical is released from the brain and the body, and then it's called the cortisol. It's called the cardio cocktail. So it's cortisone and adrenaline. Cortisol and adrenaline is what it is. So it's the cardio cocktail. that we become emotionally addicted to. And one of the most prevalent emotions that we become addicted to is the anger family, specifically frustration, disappointment. And it leaves being very frustrated, which is an overwhelmed, and disappointed is a deeper level of anger. It's in the resentment family of anger. And then that energy smolders and it's held on to, and it's recreated over and over to fulfill the same set of feelings that keep you in fight or flight. So the breakthrough factor begins with the courage to be honest with yourself that this is a conditioned behavior and I'm going to practice the skill set of letting go. And in that state, you've crossed the bridge because you've accessed the courage to let go of denial. Once you let go of denial, you're in honesty. It's a major breakthrough because you start to admit that I have a challenge with this, that I'm not good at this, and then I'm going to course correct. I'm going to do something about it. I'm going to stop complaining. I'm going to go to bed sober tonight. And this can change the expectation. In letting go, what you're doing is re-educating expectation. So when you expect to fail, expect to be challenged, expect to be very difficult and hard, when you speak it into existence, you manifest your reality. This is why words are law. And as you have a better understanding of the skill set of letting go, you're now creating a separation which creates the allow space. The allow space is universal from the quantum field and the Akashic records. And as you begin to let go of your emotional anxiety, fear, and doubt, the allow space, which is also called the vacuum law of prosperity, are also known as Hebb's law. Hebb's law is the brain chemistry, the neurons that wire together fire together, and those they form a shelf life and they become a bond. This is why you go from 0 to 100. You go from you're having a good day and all of a sudden someone cuts you off in traffic and you lose it, or you get a text from one of your children or an ex-wife, or the IRS sends you a letter and you go into a complete fight or flight. And now your brain is creating a story because now you've gone into what's called the reptilian brain. So now you're seeing lions and tigers. The Internal Revenue Service is coming after me. This, you haven't even opened the letter yet. It's just the envelope. And when you open the letter, what you find out is your accountant logged into your account and you got a letter from the IRS. It's just a standard form letter. But for a few minutes, you were losing it. You were absolutely in panic mode, and you're on the street called Panic Central. And that street, there's no getting off of it unless you begin the practice of letting go. I mean, that's a good metaphor for what it means. So in letting go of doubt, what you're letting go of is the neurochemical reaction to the stimulus that you grow up in. If you had critical parents, grandparents, relatives, brothers, sisters, who traumatized you physically, emotionally, or sexually, you will go into different levels of guilt, resentment, and or shame. And if it's personal, it will be shame. If you grew up like I did, in a situation where no matter what you do, it is never good enough, then that becomes an identity. And so you'll attract to your reality, Diane, so good to see you. You'll attract to reality people to fulfill these feelings. If you live in this not good enough emotional state, you'll attract people, you'll marry, date, mate, and marry people who will fulfill those feelings for you. It's a neurochemical craving of being emotionally addicted to a set of feelings. I've been teaching this skill for going on 28 years. And a few people, a small percent of my coaching database, eventually begin to grasp it. It is called the payoff. And if you're one of those law of the few, congratulations, because now you are moving into higher consciousness. And the more that you reside in an energetic emotional vibration above anxiety, fear, and specifically doubt, doubt is the biggest deterrent to your success. This book addresses this. Now, addressing the energy of doubt, there's no books written on it. Like it's this nebulous topic that hardly anyone covers except me. So doubt is duality. It's right and wrong, good, bad, black, white. It's win-lose. It's a win-lose dichotomy, and it's the all or nothing situation. And so when you're in nothing, that's what you'll doubt. You'll doubt that you can't let go. You'll doubt that you can't succeed. You'll doubt whatever you'll doubt. Doubt becomes your excuse to procrastinate and avoid. It keeps you in an overwhelmed state. It keeps you in dysfunctional relationships, bad jobs, relationships that are traumatic. Because your story, I can't leave till the children are grown up. I'm not sure if I can make it on my own. I mean, these are statements I hear frequently. I can't quit my job. I mean, so All of these, of course you can. You can quit your job because you can quit your job. You can get a divorce. You can leave a relationship. You can do whatever you want to do, provided you have the courage to do it. Well, what am I going to do without money? Well, you'll figure it out. It's called being present, being in the moment. You have to be resourceful. So to let go of doubt, it requires preparation, execution, a level of resourcefulness that you're going to adapt and adjust to whatever the situation is, and trust and faith that you'll figure it out, and then surrender to God, and then most importantly, being good enough. And as you start to actually acknowledge that you're good enough, you'll start to become good enough. It's an amazing situation. Jeffery Combs, president and founder, Golden Mastermind Seminars Incorporated, breathing, releasing, and letting go. You have a good afternoon. Diane, I'm looking forward to seeing you. And Tomas, I am honored that I got to meet you this year at Millionaire Blueprint. Aaron and Becky, thank you for being here this afternoon on Golden Mastermind Podcast. Have a great afternoon.